Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Bejado. I'm 19 years old from the small island of Guam. I'm a wedding photographer, creator, and known mostly as an entrepreneur. I run a company on Guam called Star Event Services, and we pretty much do event services for events and weddings, such as photo booth, photo, video, DJ, all that kind of stuff. But our bread and butter has always been photo and video for at least like the past two years roughly. 6, 7. Just kidding, 2 years. And at the moment, we are currently doing over 250K in revenue per year. However, it wasn't always like that. When I started at 15 and a half, I was making less than 1,000 a month. And I learned so many things about marketing, branding, personal branding, and just building a business in general. And over the past 3 years of doing that, been able to become pretty profitable in the business space, as well as become a great wedding photographer, shooting the best, highest quality of weddings on Guam, as well as tourist destination weddings for the island of Guam, specifically Japanese and Asian weddings. We first grew as a photo booth company that also did 360 booths and DJ. However, a little bit later, as I worked with some of my staff, one of my main staff at the time, his name was Kalon, he was pretty good at photo and video. So I was like, what if I sold his service, which was photography? I was like, I know some people would pay to have a photographer at their events. And so slowly I was able to book events and events and events doing photo. For photo, we were starting at just 25 an hour for photos, and then we eventually jumped to 50, and then we did video, and then we made it 75, and then we did 100, 125, and then now we sit at 150 an hour for regular photos, and then wedding, we charge $300 plus an hour, and then video, way even more than that. But specifically, more my expertise is in photo. I have a great video team, even the people operating the cameras right now, great video team. However, I feel like I needed to focus on photo, and I still do that to this day. Still shooting the top weddings to the time. And in fact, just right before this, just shot a wedding, beautiful wedding with our team. And it was a great experience. And I just love doing weddings. How specifically was I able to do the top events of Guam, the most highest paid weddings on the island of Guam? And it took a lot of work, took a lot of networking, long nights, sleepless nights, stressing, working, doubting yourself to see if it even worked. Went through a lot of that, went through a lot of shit times. And that's what made me who I am today. I've done countless amount of events. So when we first started photo and video as well, we were dealing with so many problems. And the main thing was staff. I was only 16, almost 17, 17 roughly. And at that age, it's very stressful. I was going to school full time still. I was a great student, still graduated top 10 of my class. But through Kalon, we were able to find other staff and slowly build our video team and photo team so that we could do not just one event, but 2 nights, 2 events in one night, 3 events in one night. And we've done over 8 events in one night. Photo, video, sparklers, photo booth, you name it, we've done it. I won't get into the very specifics of how I did everything. This video is just to inform you guys why I did it. And most importantly, how you can do the same thing yourself. At just 15, 16, 17, 18, I make more than 10 grand per month consistently. And if you guys want to be able to do that, that's something that's very possible. But when I first originally started offering photo and video, it was just an upsell package to our photo booths. Because with a photo booth, we could maybe make $300 to $400 in a night. But if we wanted to make more like $600, $700 a night, we would need to be able to include another service. And we were tired of doing the photo booth, tired of doing the 360 booth. But when we first started offering photo and video, we weren't very great. We started with just doing small events, lower end events, birthday parties, debuts, graduations, some things that photographers look down to as the cheap work, just the work to just get extra cash. And that's what we were doing. We didn't love it, but we knew we had a bigger plan. At just 16, 17, working along with my boys, we wanted to shoot bigger weddings. But most importantly, how did we get into the bigger weddings? Because we were doing back to back, shooting these small grad parties. And it was really just a matter of pricing and quality of work. Because when I compared my work of the small weddings that we did, and I did, compared to the top names in the industry, I was like, our work is almost there. We could do it. So then I just started to network a little bit more, started to go to the networking events that I need to go to, started contacting the people I needed to talk to, such as the wedding planners, event planners, the hotels themselves, connecting myself in there. We were able to eventually get into that big market of wedding photo and video. After doing so many of these small events, it gets very frustrating. It it feels difficult because you feel like you're stuck in this bubble, of we're just getting small bookings, less than $500 an event. And it's pretty difficult because if I wanted to make 5K in a night, or just let's say if I wanted to make $3,000 in a night at $300 to $500 an event, at $500 per event, I would need to do 6 events per night. So we were stuck. I felt burnout and I felt like just slowing down. And I felt like our quality was kind of just staying the same, a little bit going down. I'd say the turning point that really changed things was when I found my editor in the Philippines. I used to just treat a wedding like, oh, okay, it's whatever. It's another event. It's another event. These are once in a lifetime, literally once in a lifetime thing. You don't want to get married twice. You don't want to deal with that twice. So you can't fuck up. You can't make a mistake in this kind of game. And that's why you get paid so much, to not make a mistake. Because how many shots do you get at the first kiss? 1. Yes, you could retake it after the ceremony. It's not the first kiss anymore. It's not the real true first kiss anymore. You can't redo the prep. Once it's over, it's over. Once the ceremony reception's over, it's over. You can't redo it. Nothing will ever redo it. So you are getting paid to capture memories that only happen once. Very important. If I just broke down my income in a month from just weddings, it'll be about 75% of our income, which is, we keep track of all our stuff, and it's roughly what we make in a month. Just right now, we're recording this video, it's September. In July, we did close to $38,000 in revenue, and that was majority weddings. If you are a photographer right now, the first step you can do, if you haven't already, is market yourself towards weddings. I couldn't recommend enough being a wedding photographer, or if you just loved cameras in general. But most importantly, how could I help you achieve the same results that I got? I started from scratch, complete scratch, with less than $1,000 to spend on my business. And all it was is investing back into your business or yourself, because your business is really yourself. And if you're someone who's already in the event business already, such as a DJ, photographer, photo booth, coordinator, and you want to make more money in the industry, that's where I can help you out. If you're in the event service industry, you definitely understand that doing more events is more money, but it's a lot more work. And I can definitely recommend, as someone who did this at 15, if you're doing photo booths, it's not that much harder to do 360 booths. If you're doing 360 booths, it's not hard to do photo booths. If you're doing photography, you're making $1,000 a night, great. How do you make that 1,300? The only way to make that 1,300 was to upgrade to a photo album. What if they did the photo album already because they have someone who prints? Well, then maybe we can offer a photo booth. Now we're at $1,400. And then what if we add on DJ? Now we're at $2,000. You don't have to be a DJ, but what if you connected with someone who's a DJ and be like, let's work together, let's do all this together, and we can split commission. And now you just made additional, more money. It's all about who you know, not what you know. So to wrap this up, again, my name is Aaron Bejado. I'm a wedding photographer and an entrepreneur in the event service business. So if you're in the event service business, such as a photographer, video, photo booth, if you're doing anything like that for events already and want to learn how you can make additional $500,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per night at an event, DM me to see how I can help you out. Again, guys, I'm Aaron Bejado. Thank you guys for watching. Comment if you have any questions. Would love to see how I can help you out. Thanks again.